your grandmother's tea set, the coins in your wallet, the circuitry inside your smartphone. What do they all share? Silver. This lustrous metal appears in countless everyday objects, yet few people know its true origin story. That gleaming surface doesn't emerge naturally from the earth. Instead, silver begins as dull, unremarkable rock buried deep underground, requiring an extraordinary transformation before becoming the precious metal we recognize. So how does gritty ore become one of humanity's most treasured materials? Let's uncover the remarkable journey of silver, right here on Stories Behind Everything. Silver is a naturally occurring element represented by the symbol Ag on the periodic table, found within Earth's crust but rarely appearing in pure form. Most often, silver gets extracted from other ore minerals like galena, which is primarily lead sulfide but frequently contains silver deep within its structure. Other times, it appears alongside copper, gold, or zinc deposits. In fact, much of the silver we use isn't even mined specifically for silver. It's produced as a byproduct during the extraction of these other metals. To access it, miners employ open pit or underground mining techniques depending on deposit locations. If silver ore lies closer to the surface, giant earth-moving equipment strips away the overburden, the soil and rock covering the deposit, and hauls out tons of ore. In deeper deposits, miners may utilize tunnels or shafts to reach the silver-rich rock. Either way, once the ore emerges from the ground, it doesn't exactly sparkle. At this stage, it's just a heavy, grayish mixture of rock, requiring serious chemistry to become usable silver. Once extracted, the silver-bearing ore undergoes a kind of mechanical transformation. First, it gets crushed, literally. Giant jaw crushers or cone crushers reduce massive rocks into smaller chunks. Then it's ground into even finer powder using ball mills, where rotating steel balls pulverize the material to flour-like consistency. This isn't merely for convenience, it's all about increasing surface area. The finer the particles, the more effectively silver can be separated from surrounding waste rock. After grinding, what remains is called slurry, a mixture of finely ground ore and water. From this slurry, silver begins separating from everything else. But here's where things start getting technical and somewhat magical. Next comes the flotation process, especially common when silver is found with other metals like lead or copper. The slurry gets mixed with chemicals and air gets blown through it. What happens is quite clever. Those chemicals cause silver and other valuable minerals to become hydrophobic, meaning they repel water and cling to bubbles. As bubbles rise, they carry silver-rich minerals to the surface, forming a frothy layer. This layer then gets skimmed off and dried. What's left behind is silver concentrate, a far richer version of the original ore. However, it's still not pure silver. This concentrate often contains a mixture of silver, other metals, and impurities. So it's time for real purification to begin. Smelting is where fire meets rock. The silver concentrate gets placed in a furnace and subjected to extremely high temperatures, often exceeding 1,000 degrees Celsius. At this heat, the metal melts and separates based on density. Silver, being heavier than many impurities, sinks to the bottom. Slag, the lighter waste material, floats to the top and gets removed. If lead was present in the original ore, it may be used to collect silver during smelting. This method, known as cupellation, dates back to ancient times. The lead absorbs the silver, and once everything's melted together, the mixture gets placed in a special porous dish called a cupel. When reheated, the lead oxidizes and gets absorbed into the cupel. leaving behind metallic silver. At this stage, the silver still isn't pure enough for fine applications, but it's recognizable metal now, shiny and soft, just waiting to be refined even further. To achieve the high purity levels required for electronics, jewelry, or investment-grade bullion, silver goes through electrolytic refining. Think of it as using electricity to polish the silver at a molecular level. In this method, impure silver serves as the anode, while a thin sheet of pure silver acts as the cathode. Both get immersed in a bath of silver nitrate solution, and electrical current passes through. Over time, silver from the anode dissolves into the solution and redeposits onto the cathode as pure silver. Impurities like gold and platinum drop to the bottom as sludge known as anode slime, which gets collected and processed separately, often yielding valuable byproducts. After refining, the final product is 99.9% pure silver, sometimes called 3 nines fine. This is the same grade used in fine silverware, investment coins, and high-end electronics. Once refined, silver is usually cast into large bars or ingots for storage or sale. These ingots can later be remelted and fabricated into virtually anything, from thin wires for electronics to sheets for solar panels to intricate shapes for jewelry. Silver might seem old-fashioned, especially in a world dominated by digital everything, but it's anything but obsolete. In fact, silver is more relevant than ever. Beyond its use in jewelry and tableware, it's found in smartphones, solar panels, electrical contacts, medical devices, and even water purification systems. Its antimicrobial properties make it useful in wound dressings and hospital equipment. And of course, it still carries economic value. Silver bullion and coins remain popular among investors. So the next time you see a silver ring or spend a silver coin, you'll know there's more to that shimmer than meets the eye. There's an entire story behind it. A story of digging, crushing, refining, and molding. A story of science, tradition, and craftsmanship. Silver doesn't just appear. It's made through human effort and ingenuity, shaped over centuries by techniques that continue evolving even today. It's a quiet reminder that even the most common objects often have incredible journeys behind them. And silver? It's one of the best examples we have of beauty, born from beneath our feet. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you proper recognition for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this exploration through stories behind everything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories discovered through the smallest details.